So here now, this time to do some possibilmente interesse com o receptor solar categoria. And I might not have enough shit. So, on this game, to scroll is something to raise your statuses. For example, right now I have 0 on almost everything. Well, I should have some vitality. Where is my vitality? The fuck? And I have some base chains. These base chains are my points. However, I can scroll it up to 101. And to get the scrolls, you need to get the due resources. And that can be a mount. Each kind of mount you can exchange for different types of scrolls, or it can be resources. You need a few hundreds resources to exchange for scrolls. The exact number is this does not want to work. So here, these are the exact numbers you need to get each scroll. For example, here on intelligence, if I go to this NPC at 2.2 and take all these resources, you give me a powerful intelligence scroll. And a powerful intelligence scroll, you give me 2 intelligence points. Like this. Some are dropped to Harley, as rats drop the petite intelligence scroll and Harley the normal intelligence scroll. And Wawabit is famous for dropping great scrolls. Right now I'm completing this one, powerful chance scrolls. So I need these 5,000 arachnid legs in order to exchange for the scroll. Since the game is a freaking cancer for monos, a character can only drop 1 leg. So people with team drop it 6 times faster than I do, since they have an entire team on that. I drop it less than what I thought it would. So I need to finish these last ones. The drop chance of this thing is extremely high. It's saying prospection points, it's almost guaranteed to have it. However, the drop chance never scales all the way to 100. So there are times I do not get it. Scrolls have a limit of how many you can use. For the small ones, for example, if all they all work, you will not need mediums and powerful ones, which cost a whole lot to get. You would get the simplest ones. However, the small one can only scroll up to 25, and the medium up to 50, and the great up to 80. And above that you need the powerful scroll, which can get to 100. However, if you are on an odd number, like 99, you will get to 101 with the last scroll, which is what everyone does, and even the tutorial is set on that. However, the powerful ones give 2 points instead of 1. So if 2 great scrolls costs more than a powerful one, it's much better to go straight to the powerful without the great scrolls, which is what I'm doing with intelligence and chance. On this specific case of chance, the scrolls cost over 30 million canas. They are extremely expensive, as the world is filled with those cancer annuities, and they use these scrolls all around. Scrolls also do not work if you already have any points on the base, like this. So you have to reset and scroll and put your points above that, which I'll be doing right after this. To reset your points, you can do it once with Dofus, which I have already done. To level 200 I reset this chance build, and so I can no longer use Dofus. The other alternative is Automai. If you do all quests like I did and get one of each relic, you can reset that in exchange for the relics. Also spells you can reset that. However, on this case I'll be using an orb. An orb is usually built from the shop, it's bought from the shop, you need to buy it. However, in this case they gave the orb free when the service merged and then Abu merged with the other one. So I'll be resetting with that. And scrolling. Scrolling does not give 101 if you are going to build points. Every character has different soft caps, but the usual one is that 1 point starts costing 2 at 100 and starts costing 3 at 300. So if you scroll to 101, every point will be already costing 2, and by the end of the statuses it will not increase that much. In fact, these 30 million camas, if I were to put everything on chance again, would only get me to 410, 420, less than 20. So it would actually only give me some 10 points. Pretty pointless, but that's the price of maximizing things. On this case, however, I'm doing it because I'm going mix. I'm going to distribute my points over intelligence and chance, and so the difference is quite bigger now. As you can see, it's an utterly boring work. There's another way to get scrolls, yes. You can get them through PvP, which is not existing here, and you can get it doing Dofus. However, that is usually shit on this hetero one, since you need to be doing Dofus throughout 6 months in order to scroll a single element. Eventually they repeated that and made it much easier for higher level characters to scroll, but here it is simply absurd and virtually impossible. You'd have to play through 3 years in order to scroll everything. Doing it every day, so you can forget about Dofus. And the option left is these insane resource farms. If you have a team, as aforementioned, it is easier, like everything on this game. Running out of pods. Let's see the first NPC. That is this one. Medium. He's located there on the lumberjack thing, but it's really strange since the lumberjack amulets are exchanged here in the bijoutier, which I have already exchanged. The other one, it's the automatic assistance. No, that's for the great powerful one, is 2 and 5. So this slight delay might give you a show of how usually shit is to scroll on this game. Be ready to expend a few days farming these most stupid fights in the game in order to get those piece of papers. Other one is nearer. I got it on it first since I have a limited number of nails and tails. I will not risk exchanging too much and get fucked in the ass by the NPC. Since I just took my pack out, I cannot put another one here. The last 100 I have to get by hand. A lot of teams and people farm this one since it's so absurd, but a lot of others buy it. I was trying to buy it actually. It is better to farm the expensive resource and sell it and then buy the rest. However, people were not feeling like selling it, so I came to get the final ones myself. It is better to buy the resources and exchange it yourself, since buying the scroll the way it is ready on the store is a lot more expensive. And here I will show how to exchange with the NPC and how to use. As I said, there is a limit at how much a scroll can go, and so if you use the powerful first, well, you'll be unable to use the small ones, since they have a limit of 25, obviously. So you have to use the small one first. Also, you have to be careful. If you use 25 of the small one and 25 of the medium, you'll be left with 50, which is a round number. It's an even number. And so you'll be left at 100 instead of the full scroll to 101. In order to do that, before you start with the powerful ones, you need to be on an odd number. In this case, 49. On the case of using the great ones, you usually stop at 79 instead of 80. That way you get the maximum possible scroll. After you scroll your main elements, you can be free to put your points, since the others will stay at 0 and you can scroll them at any time. The important one is just your main element, which you need to reset and be empty before you scroll all the way. If we scroll only partially, you scroll to 50, which is much cheaper, and pick your element, you will lose those scrolls once you reset again. There is also a reset that keeps your scrolls. If you reset all your stats to 100. So you can change just your base without losing your scrolls. But for that to be effective, you need to have your scrolls in and have not put any point wrong. Also, as it resets to 100 instead of the 101, a lot of people do not like it and just reset it straight all the way. 7 left. The game was kicking me out earlier and bugging on the fight. I do not know if they were thinking I'm a bot, because this shit only a bot can do. Like, fuck this game, man. What kind of mechanic is this shit? Now let's make players kill 5,000 of these things. Fun game. Because what the fuck? And so you have to become a bot to farm the shit out of those resources. And that is it. First I get the powerful scrolls here. Hello there. It lasts an exchange and you start putting the resources. Let me check again how many. It's 50, 40, 60, 55. I do not have enough clovers. Oh, it exchanged one by one. Give me a second here. How many do I take? 1, 4, 30. Legs 560. And this entire lot. 26 scrolls. If you put a single one wrong, it will not work. There's some nice math going on. And I accept it. So I just got now on my thing 30 MK worth of scrolls. And I can finally put my set again. Be extremely careful. If you double click those scrolls, you'll be using them and losing them. If it is a blank stats, like my intelligence. As I'm full now, I cannot use them, it just fail. I have some pods to spare. And we get the medium ones. Those should be 24. So there's a option to exchange. There go my resources, and here are 2 full scrolls. The pain is real. Let me just appear here. I'll take a print of my suffering. The pain is real. And now to the orb. Here I have to change name. The fuck, this is a bug. And the orb I retrieved. What is it? Here it is. It's an object, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I have used one before. You need to take it to the Shallow Temple, and the NPC there will use it for you. It's you, Dora. What are these bonbons? I have some. Let's see any coin. Oh, erreur magique. Aprender plus de premiar. Premiar pourrait doubler totalmente les caractéristicas. Eles serão tendentes a ser tu vais do ciclo da vida do mundo dos 12. Tudo que tu auras apliques graça parcialmente será perdido. Tu pourras gracias por change completamente a façon de combate et de utiliser tes sorts et de changement des elements de predilection. That's what I want. The first one. Forget everything. And I lost my orb. And it is 0. So now do not click, do not be stupid enough to click, but instead drag it. Drag the petite one and drag the petite one. Now they have these markings. They did not have that before on the actual one. So get there and there and use. Do not put all of them at once, otherwise you might get fucked using the wrong one. Good. I have 25 on each now. Next, I have this medium one, and this one is already powerful. I don't like the other one. What if I misclick this shortcut? So, 2 points. Ouch, my money is entering my soul, and I have full indie scrolls. I could click now, but it is easier to use the shortcut. The pain is real too. Okay, so now you put your points. You got 2 points. See, it's the soft cap. My hand almost slowed down. something about my spells. If they all reset, that will be saving me the trouble of expanding those Dofus. You can always use Dofus for the spells, but it will take every Dofus to reset a single one. I had 400 before, as you could see, but now I only have a 300, so I will use 100 of chance in order to get 300 on intelligence. These small numbers are so ugly, man. Cost 3. So that's it. The last 2 points will be in vitality, but as forementioned, you have to scroll first, otherwise I'll be losing vitality. Once I scroll 101, I put the last 2 points. And that was it for my constitution. And it did not reset the spells actually. To reset the spells, you can talk to NPCs. Exchange and forget a spell. You have to use every fucking thing as aforementioned. I forget my blessing, man. It's so good, but I already have some 6 sounds. Ouch, the pain. So I need for my punch. It's my main intelligence spell. I have been using it a lot, even as a fully sharp character. So now I can punch. And that is how you reset your character and how you exchange scrolls and how you use them.